68-59 is the final score. Our Marion Toyota player of the game is Damien Mayo. We already talked about with Coach Scott Nagy tonight, plus 20 in this plus-minus, and maybe no bigger play in this game than off Jarrett Hensley's blocked three to be able to corral it, go up and break. It was almost a 6-minute drought at the time. Damien joins us. Also in this game, Damien was outstanding, had 7 rebounds as well to be chipped in with his 8 points. Damien, congratulations, man. You know road wins are hard to come by.
Yes, sir.
How'd that one feel tonight, especially the way you guys were able to figure it out?
Yeah, it was a up-and-down game. It was a game of runs, we said, you know. Second half, we was up big. We let them back in. They had a 14-0 run. And before that shot, and I got the tip in, we was in the huddle, and we were talking about it, and we was like, this is what makes championship teams. Like, basketball is a game of runs, and we need to lock down and learn from this. And instead of shying away from the moment, we have to go towards it. And I feel like that's what we did. We settled down, got in line, and after everything that happened, we settled in, we were fine.
How important were the huddles? Coach Nagy really emphasized to us that they were very positive. You guys were never losing the faith, even when that lead got trimmed down the floor. How would you describe that communication, especially as Evansville was making that run there in the second half?
For us, it just shows us how much we have grown as a team. Like in the beginning of the year, if that would have happened, I feel like we would have broke down. You know, we would have got on islands or ourselves. And the huddles are so important for us. It keeps us together. We can hold each other accountable, and we can take constructive criticism. And it's just what the team needed at the time.
Damon, you got your third foul when you guys were up big, and it's no secret to you or us or anybody else that knows basketball. You're sitting on that bench, and that lead is shrinking. How hard is that for you to watch it? You knew why you're on the bench. It wasn't because you weren't playing well.
I mean, it's not necessarily hard to watch. I trust my teammates fully, so if I come out, I know somebody's going to step up. It was just unfortunate how the game had went. They had went on a run, but, I mean, it's not really a bad thing. I was just sitting over there, you know, encouraging my teammates, wanting them to do better and, you know, basically coaching off the floor. But, I mean, other than that, I was just I'm mad at myself for getting the 3 fouls. If I don't put myself in that position, I wouldn't be over there on the bench.
Another part of the game, they were playing off of you. You knew that. Okay, you made them pay with 2 threes. But what was cool is you didn't hunt threes. But on the playing off part, Deeba's a great driver. Davis is really starting to find his offense. Hensley can drive. He can shoot. It seemed to me that you got on the other side of the floor and drugged your man with them and allowed your guys to get in two-man game. Was that purposeful on your part?
Some of it was. Some of it was just luck, you know. But overall,
that was a foul, by the way.
But overall, it was just us trusting each other, trusting coach within the offense. You know, we've been working on burn cuts all week, and you know.
What's a burn cut? What's that mean?
So say Moo had the ball at the top of the key. I'm on the wing. If he dribbled towards me, I'm just cutting to the rim, and that creates a gap. And say if he's on the other wing and I'm on the wing, he dribbled towards me, it creates a double gap. That's where Ali, Davis, and, you know, Jared can go out and get their points. And I bring it back to listening to coach and the players touching each other.
How long has it taken you? For instance, I don't know that terminology. Everybody's got their own. Maybe I get into coaching someday and I'll be your assistant, okay? But how long has it taken you to understand the effectiveness of, let's just say, a burn cut? Has it taken you a couple of months of like, okay, I finally get what he's saying?
For me, I would say I've been fortunate enough to play high-level basketball basically all my life, high school through college. So I was fortunate enough to play with college-level coaches in high school. So I learned a lot of terminology and basically learned the game of basketball then. So when talking to coach, it's more of like a mind game. For me and him, we talk through the mind stuff of the game, you know, and we just have to teach everybody the terminology and how much it means to cut and move the ball. So that's what I say.
Damien, how difficult was it to get paint touches against Evansville? I mean, Ronnie was really describing of them kind of how they were defending you, but just take the fans through of what they did well, what they took away, and how hard it was whenever you guys got a paint touch, how you had to earn it.
I mean, I believe through like the last couple games, we've been getting to the paint. We had like 40 points in the paint, I believe, the last few games. So their game plan was make us shoot because, I mean, it's no secret. We're not the best shooting team out there. So we put up 33s. They was packing it in, you know, help. They was always doubling Ali, doubling me in the paint, doubling Diva. So we just trusted our offense, kicked it out, and shot confident.
You mentioned shooting with confidence. How did you guys make sure, to Coach Watson's term, that you didn't get to the point where you were hunting threes?
You
knew they were good shots, they fell early, and you didn't fall in love with it. How important was that for this group, especially late in the second half?
I would say that, like, I mean, you can tell that we were trying to get to the paint. Sometimes we was passing too much, you know, so we were being really unselfish. We were trying to get to the paint. And honestly, the best threes to shoot are the paint touch kick out threes. So once we fought to get in the paint, well, we were taught to, you know, jump stop, play off two, kick out. And when we kick it out, just shoot with confidence.
You're an experienced guy in this league. You know how hard it is to win four. It's hard to win one road game.
Yeah.
It's hard to win two in a row. It's really hard to win three in a row. There aren't very many teams you see win 4 consecutive road games within the league.
Yes, sir.
One, what's that say about your group? But two, how does it refocus you guys to make sure you take care of home court come Saturday?
Yeah, we got to do better at home. But, I mean, it says a lot for our group. We've been through a lot of trials, a lot of tribulations, a lot of ups, a lot of downs. So for us to come together and string 4 road wins in the Valley, that's a testament to us, and I'm just so happy and I'm so blessed that we're in this position. You know, we control our own destiny, and it's going to be a great event at home Saturday against UIC. You know, we went to UIC, we won narrowly, so they're going to come in with a chip on their shoulder. But I believe we're going to be ready. We're going to regroup, practice these 2 days, and come Saturday, we're going to have a lot of fun.
Damien, one last thing, and our eyes are in the center of the road, way up ahead, and not in the rearview mirror. So I don't mean to bring it that way, but but I don't know if you know this, but from Walt Frazier to all the greats in the past, certainly the guys I was around when we coached in the 90s, 2000s, they were hurt on January 1st. They were hurt because they look at the score every single night, and it hurt a bunch of Salukis. I can guarantee you Walt Frazier was watching the score tonight. That's a fact. All those guys do.
Yeah.
Do you realize that? Does your team realize how much this game and how they were looking at you and the pride of this program and the toughness? The toughness was really in question going in this game.
Yes, sir.
Does it mean anything to you right now and to your team?
It means a lot. I will say at the beginning we may have been a little naive to it, to the brotherhood, and how much Saluki Nation means to the Salukis, you know. I feel like after the Missouri State game, we went to Missouri State. We talked to Chris Carr. He's a former player, and he's a really good player, great person.
And opinionated.
Yeah, I know him off the court. That's my guy, but he's a great person overall. And when he came to talk to us, he really set the tone and was like how much it actually means to the former players. And then when we went to UIC, we ate with a couple of players, and it gets to the point where if we wear Saluki gear down the street, we was away from Carbondale, we used to hear "Go Dogs." And with that being said, that sets the realization of how many people watch us and how many people actually is rooting for us. And for me, that means so much to me because I play the game for the love of it, but I also want to entertain people. You know what I'm saying? So when the fans come out and support, it just brings me energy, it brings me passion, and it brings me the will to lay my body on the line for the team, my coaches, and for the fans, you know? So it's a big thing for us. We know it. We know it for sure now. I'll tell you that. But I'm just thankful to have Saluki Nation behind us.
Damien, congratulations. Enjoy this one. Appreciate the time, brother.
Thank you.
Once again, that was Damien Mayo. Join us. Final score 68-59.